All right, welcome to another episode of Smashcenter, brought to you by myself, Suar, from PG Stats, Panda Global, the whole deal. Welcome to us if you're listening through Twitch. We're also on Spotify and iTunes now, so if you're hearing us through that, shout outs to them. We made it. We're here. You can hear us now on the go, RSS feed, subscription based, and then also if you're on YouTube, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, get the latest on Smashcenter, Panda Global, any updates that you're looking for right here, right now. We're the biggest source of tournament coverage, recaps, controversies, and more. And today we're going to be getting into a couple of things that happened over the weekend. We had, of course, a lot of activity in the West, as well as a little bit on the North. So Coney's going to join me here in a second, but first we are going to hold a very lengthy Q&A, which we have failed to do time and time again since last week. Listen, Banjo came out. It was the night of. What we're going to do? So tonight we're going to hold a very lengthy Q&A so that people can get all their questions in. I know a lot of people are obviously curious about Banjo. We're going to deliver a verdict. Or actually, Coney. Just Coney, not me. I'll co-sign it, maybe. But we're going to have a verdict on Banjo later. But first, let's go ahead and get Coney in, see what we thought about the weekend. We had DreamHack Montreal as well as Port Party 5. There were some other events we're going to give a shout out or two to, but those were the B tiers of the weekend. So, Coney, my guy, how we doing? How we sounding? How's everything down in MDVA?
Hi, everybody. I've been playing Banjo pretty much all weekend, interspersed with doing real adult stuff. Had to get some furniture stuff done, untangled my wires, got some nursery furniture for the baby, stuff like that.
Shout out to the baby.
Shout out to the baby. I think we have a name now, so.
Oh, really? Is this something you say online?
Yeah, so Joanna was the one I liked, but Mallory said it was too masculine. Then Mallory liked Molly, and I was like, no, because I like giving him options. So right now, as of right now, we're thinking Juliet, because we both like Julie, but we like giving options. So like, you can be Jules, you can be a bunch of different things. Juliet is the current thing.
Okay, Juliet, so, that's pretty.
We'll see. I think it's a pretty name. It's a little elegant compared to my last name, which is just like, my last name is not a particularly fancy.
Peg.
But I've been getting ready for a Glitch. Are you coming to Glitch?
I am not coming to Glitch. It's dead center in these academic times. I'm a teacher, so shout out to school. That just started. I am not looking to leave any weekend anytime soon, as I will just drown. But I am keeping an eye on that Glitch. Gimmer and Tant got the S tier blessing for their event. The homegrown Glitch hit S tier for the first time, I think, in the whole series, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought the last one was because Glitch 6.
Actually, I don't think the first Glitch didn't even count for the PGR. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right, but I think I read stuff that it would have been.
Well, a lot of things.
I could be wrong. I know there shoulda, woulda, coulda, but like that was a huge thing. So
it was, but in any case, this Glitch, which is rated, is S tier, and that'll be great. Looking forward to that. Wonder what side events Tant and the boys got cooking. I know that Glitch is, again, the very popular MDVA tournament series that runs all sorts of wacky things. Do you have a favorite, Coney, that you remember? Because I know there's...
I love Amiibos. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that actually pops off.
Amiibos are so funny, and they're so... like, we were talking a little bit before the show about, like, low-level Smash commentary. It is tremendous. I love it so much. And Amiibos are basically that turned up to 11. So, probably Amiibos, but I like all kinds of stuff. I'm hoping... Hold on, let me look. I actually have the commentary schedule ahead of me. I don't see anything about what I wanted to see, which may happen.
Heavies, stuff like that?
No, I thought they were going to do stuff with, I thought they were going to do Mario Maker stuff, but I guess not, because it's not here.
Okay.
It sucks.
All right.
Because it's, Minus World thing, kind of, but no, I guess not. 3 streams this weekend, Jesus.
Wow. Well, crazy. They can do it out of that, what's it called? The Laurel, Maryland, but what's the venue called?
It's just Xanadu. Well, the
actual whole thing.
Like,
yeah, Xanadu's got it, but it's within the whole horse show, which I love. Yeah. The racetrack.
It's Laurel Park. Or Laurel Raceway at Laurel Park. I don't know.
Yanni Park. Anyways, so getting into the weekend, we had a pretty good showing. A quiet weekend. PG boys sniped the DreamHack. They sniped the DreamHack Montreal. I was telling Coney earlier. It's weird covering PG stuff, or not PG stuff, the PG boys in particular, on Smashcenter. It's like state television at that point. They won again.
Soviet Russia.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, ESAM and Mars did it. Of course, we had Mars take the whole thing, running true to his PGR number. So no surprises there. But the tournament overall, I wanted to quickly hit, man. Like, I really just for a second, like, seems like these DreamHacks just don't hit the way they used to, man. They don't get the hype that they used to.
I think people just kind of take them for granted now. I remember when it was a huge deal when we started getting DreamHacks, and I was like, oh my God, this is so huge, blah, blah, blah. And then we realized it was just kind of like any other tournament. And people just don't really, I don't know, they're like regionals now, which...
But it's DreamHack, bro. It's like the hack of the dreams. And it's like...
Yeah.
Anyways. Jennifer, Palatina from Tri-State got 3rd. Black Twins got 4th. XCal and Sandstorm tied for 5th. Supergirl Kel, shout outs to her and her relative. I don't want to say cousin or brother. I'm pretty sure Jay is her brother.
Yes.
But Jay and Kel's both tied for 7th. And I know that Jay beat someone. Oh, he beat Fwed, which is a Canadian Fox player in Smash 4. I don't know who he is in Ultimate. I haven't checked up on him in a while, but I know that it was like a bracket even for Jay. Canadian drama. Anyways, shout outs to them. DreamHack also boasted, pretty great production. It was a part of an entire event series featuring other games. I mean, like shooters. I think Hearthstone was there. Melee was also there because Hungerbox won, and None was also there, and he got second to him. So there you have it. They were also in doubles, Mars, ESAM, and a ton of other people. So DreamHack ended pretty nicely, pretty predictably. A lot of teams have their eyes on the DreamHacks to sort of like snipe them because it's that tournament that gives pretty free publicity.
Yeah.
So no surprises there. And then we had Port Priority 5. Thoughts on that? Pacific Northwest coming out.
I actually wanted to make it to Port Priority, but I wasn't able to because we thought we were moving at that time. But it's I love Seattle. I love the Seattle Smash scene. They're really great up there. I'm glad that they were able to have a pretty big event, B tier. It's hard to get people up there because if people are coming to the West Coast, it's either
SoCal, baby.
NorCal or SoCal. NorCal for Genesis, and that's pretty much it. Or SoCal for, that's...
Yeah, if anything, Vegas or just more Southwest Arizona. But the tippy top, that's almost as rare as Canada for a lot of Smashers.
Yeah, it's not common. And British Columbia is the same way. Like anything West Coast can be kind of a hard sell. But Seattle's great. I'm glad that they got a lot of talent out there. Looked pretty good. Fun to watch. I had a lot of fun watching the game this weekend.
Production
I
on point, too. Brought to us by Beyond the Summit. Yeah. Yeah,
production was great. I just... I don't know, man. Ultimate, I get why some people say that it feels a little stale sometimes to watch, but I'm fascinated by it, especially at the top level, because at the tip top level, it feels like a different game. It's super cool.
Yeah, I push back and say I think people more so mean that there's just so much of it. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't watch either tournament this weekend, aside from what I'm looking at right now, which I'm not even trying to claim like I watch every tournament every week, so it's not even like I'm a fraud. It's more so there are so many, and their top 8s are all on Sunday unless they do top 32s, in which case that's a little tougher. S tiers I definitely always watch. I also make the graphic for it, so I kind of have to, but I think that people really mean that there's just so much, and it's hard to know which tournaments are quote unquote worth it or the one. I mean, there's always a tier attached, so if it's an A tier, it's a B tier, great. But I think there's a lot of trouble with like really contextualizing a C tier, especially if it's international. I know that there's currently UFA, something FA, that is the biggest French tournament that's about to happen. I know Butoni's pushing it really hard. A lot of people in France are pushing it really hard. But again, it's like, it's not in front of me, I don't care. That's like the basic mentality of a Smasher. No shots to anybody in France, but no shots to anybody in Seattle or anybody in Montreal, because I didn't watch either tournament. But with that being said, I do want to give a shout out to Port Priority. I know that they've been in the game for a while, really just putting in the work out Northwest. I know that they very infamously have been an event that gets scheduled over, as again it's very hard with no like centralized league to sort of like dictate which events are going to be what weekend, but they've persevered. I know that they've had trouble with other events kind of being at the same time, this, that, and the other, but they did it. And Salem actually took the entire thing, which might have surprised some people. We had him, Nico take second, beating out to Buzz twice, which we'll talk about in a second. Yeti got third, representing Midwest, specifically Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. DeBuzz at fourth, Maestro at fifth, Schroeder, Strokazi at fifth, MBD at seventh, and Prodigy at seventh as well.
Yep. Like I said, fun to watch, good stuff. I liked all the character diversity also, because characters were just...
Shoutouts to EE.
Oh, was EE in the chat? Oh, okay.
He said Port was great, the event, not the white girl. Anyways, so...
I'm not getting into that.
Anyways, so yeah, both of them were there, TK and EE, I think. So that was great.
Yeah. Big shout-outs to Ultimate's character diversity. Just still super fun to watch. A hero...
Oh my god, yes.
A B tier of this magnitude and getting a lot of wins on the way. I mean,
he did a solo hero? Is that true?
No, he used Snake too.
Okay,
a lot of hero. Mostly hero.
Come on now.
It was mostly hero. He did use Snake, but I mean, like, a lot of people use two characters. It was fine.
Okay, well, Hero won a B tier. That's what we're going to go with. It seemed like a pretty tame event. I mean, for everybody that was there, seems like a great time. EE telling us it was great. Seattle as well. I mean, a pretty cool city. Kind of sleepy, kind of rainy. It's pretty much true to the memes. But yeah, hopefully we see more Port Party 6. This was in September 7th. Port Party 4, I don't remember when it was. I don't know if it's a yearly or a quarterly bit. But in any case, Beyond the Summit partnered with them, so that's pretty hype. So shout outs to them.
Yep.
Next part, though. Now that we got the results sort of out of the way, which let me make sure I'm not forgetting something. Someone in the chat mentioned 2GG Run It Back. That was, if it's a C tier, I'm not acknowledging it. It was a C tier, I'm not acknowledging it. So,
wow.
Shout out. I mean, listen, we got time, only so much of it. For the verdict now, switching gears, Banjo, and by the way, I'm kidding, it's just that, you know, there's a lot of tournaments. There's also Uprising 2019, I only got so much time here, and Standoff. Oh, those were the weekends prior. Alright, you know what, listen. 2GG Run It Back, shout outs to Leon. Leon took the whole thing over. T, Wadi, Coney, Mysterica, Darkshat, and Toast. Wow, I didn't actually know T was still in here. What are they doing here? Do you know?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. They're just over there. I don't know.
Okay, well, in any case, Leon, the critically acclaimed Bowser from Tri-State, who single-handedly almost took Defendant North, did that. He's been tearing it up. It's been pretty gross. The Bowser's been pretty crazy. Pretty much ascended into PGR stardom with a single match, or set rather, with Cosmos.
Yeah.
And so 2GG Run It Back. I don't know what the story on this. Did you even hear about this event? This is again what I'm talking about. These events happen. Where? Who? What is?
No, and I didn't hear anything. Same with DreamHack, but I figured that maybe my finger's been a little bit off the pulse. I've been sort of
mine's
ever
off
since
the
SmashCon.
Body.
Yeah, I was gonna say ever since SmashCon, I've kind of hit the brakes because like I want to focus on life stuff. I've got a ton of stuff that I'm working in October. And you know, wife being pregnant, us trying to take care of the house, stuff like that. I mean, and also with us not moving, we're a. I just realized what you were saying. I got it now.
I mean, a literal child.
The only
really
thing worse than yeah. All right. Yeah.
I remember that.
I thought that's what you were saying.
Back to the match.
So we're, you know, since we're not moving, we're painting our house and we're buying new furniture, blah, blah, blah. We're reinvesting. So spent a lot of time doing that. So my fingers have been a little bit off the pulse. So I didn't know about 2GG stuff. I don't know about DreamHack stuff. I don't think it's really pushed as much as other events are, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, the Run It Back, I'm not sure on the lore. I know that 2GG was recently, because this Run It Back actually is in the Midwest, which, why is T here? Why is Coney here? What is happening? Did they miss their flight? Did they miss their flight? Anyways, happy for them. I mean, T did give up a set to Leon, so that's going to pay dividends pretty shortly when the season ends. But, I know that 2GG had a Midwest snafu a bit with an event they hosted / tried to host / co-hosted. It was at a mall. It was pretty okay, but I think people had this expectation of like the ESA 2GGC Midwest saga. And there was a JCPenney in the background, so it's kind of like, okay, well, scale. Okay, guys, scale. But Run It Back, I mean, it seems cool. Sans is here. Sans, newly released character for Smash Brothers. Congrats to them. Undertale wins again. But yeah, that's Run It Back. So now, where we're gonna go, I gave Run It Back its day in court. Now is the part where Coney tells us whether or not Banjo-Kazooie, from the popular Nintendo 64 game published by Rare, Banjo-Kazooie, will change the meta or not for the good of Smash. Coney, what do we think?
Don't drop your mains.
Boy.
I'll just say that. Listen, if you're a PGR player, if you're top 50, if you're doing this for a living, if you have a sponsor, lay off the Banjo, man. Like, really? Tweak's been playing him. Rivers has been playing. Dyer has been playing him. Tweak really likes him.
Go ahead.
Tweak really likes him. Rivers likes Banjo, but thinks he's not good. Dyer feels similarly, I think. I think Banjo is a hard mid-tier. I said before he came out, mid-tier. And I don't mean hard as in difficult to play. I mean like...
No, like, I get it. Like, really in the middleest of the mid-tier.
Hell yeah. I think he's a hard mid-tier. So I said before he came out that he was going to be a hard mid-tier who can do stuff. Mm-hmm. And the examples that I gave were Cloud and Falco. And then everybody's like, what are you talking about? Cloud's high tier. Shut the hell up. You know what I mean. So Cloud and Falco are hard mid-tiers that have good players that can do stuff. On Cloud, you have Spargo and Salt One. On Falco, you have people like Juice. Larry can bust them out. People can do that. And I think some people are going to play Banjo and really cause ripples because it's ultimate and anybody can do that. Okay. As a character, though, Banjo is mad flawed, though. And I think it's going to be like a hero situation where the people that really want to play him will, and there's going to be very few of those people.
There are no hero mains. I'm saying that right now.
Right, yeah. There's going to be more than hero mains, I would say. But I think Banjo is going to be not really in the conversation in like 3 months. But I mean, I have no doubt that Tweak will probably pick him up and get some wins because Tweak is very good. But I don't think Tweak will use him. And clip me on this. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if Tweak will use him against Leo. I don't know if Tweak will use Banjo against Samsora.
A lot. Like Peach and Banjo, Joker, I don't see that. I do not see that.
Peach isn't awful in the early stages of what I've been playing. Peach isn't terrible. Pokemon Trainer is a disaster because Ivysaur and Charizard are mostly okay, but you cannot... So he can't deal with small characters. So thank God that Pichu is the way Pichu is now, because if Pichu was old Pichu, Banjo would, like, it'd be a nightmare. So he can't deal with Squirtle. I have a lot of thoughts about Banjo. I don't want to get too much into the nitty-gritty, because I know we want to do a Q&A. If you have any specific questions about Banjo, I'd be happy to answer them. Like, I'm not a professional player, obviously, but I've been playing him a lot. And I've been playing Smash a lot for, like, 10 years. I can tell you stuff. But I would put him around, like, Cloud Falco level. I think I was very lucky in my guess, and that's where he is going to stand.
Which, listen, everyone, in a game like Ultimate, being mid-tier is actually not that damning. A mid-tier in this game is very different from a mid-tier in Smash 4. That's what needs to be said up front so that it kind of makes more sense. The tiers are very thin in this game. There isn't much that separates the top tiers from the middle and the high, apart from like a few gimmicks and like certain dynamics in the engine, compared to before, where those peaks were Rosa, Sheik, and Diddy, and even Marth were at. You know, like a lot of the characters that we saw, pretty much the exclusive top 10 U's. Zero Suit, if I didn't mention her. Things are dialed a lot back now, so don't get discouraged by Coney, the not top player, self-proclaimed, saying that Banjo's a mid-tier. However, as I've seen many people say, I saw Mayday, one of our content writers for the PGR, and others like Viram, pretty much state that Banjo has felt, quote-unquote, felt like a character that belonged in Smash, aka they did not have a game-warping gimmick out of the box, like some of the other DLC. Right. Also missing a lot of DLC hitboxes. My main issues are the up tilt.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, I know you did a whole bit on it. Plug yourself.
That's real. That bit is 100% a true story. I went into training mode and I was like, oh my god, he's got amazing aerials. And then I get in the game and all of it doesn't work. It's crazy.
The biggest disappointer, I'd say, is definitely that down throw. It's not a berry. It's not a berry.
I think the worst thing is the up air. Because... So
a little clip, little phantom hit. Everything, honestly, for me, felt like a phantom hit that wasn't a smash attack. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, and that's kind of the problem. Is like, so the down throw berry is like, okay, fine. Like, I get it. I get why you don't want people doing that. The up air means that Banjo has no platform pressure. You can shield above Banjo on a platform, and he can't do anything because up smash isn't gonna hit. Up air does 6 damage if you hit them both, and it doesn't really combo. 6 damage. I think it might do 8.
And the knockback is not even anything to phone home about.
The up air... Well, I mean, the idea is you can juggle some of them if you hit them at 0.
I mean, the hit stun in this game, though? No way.
Yeah, you can mix people up on platforms with grenades sometimes, but, like, I feel like if Banjo had a... If he had a command grab, but I always want command grabs because I'm a command grab player. If he had a command grab, he'd be fine. If the neutral air consistently put people on the right side, I sincerely think he would go up an entire tier. That's not a joke. Because the neutral air drag down is insane, and you can do it so much and so often. And maybe people will get better at reacting to it and being able to predict it. But neutral air and back air drag downs are very good if you can get them consistently.
I saw some cute stuff. Cute stuff for sure. But in tournament and with mashing, with DI, on the main stage and the bright lights, I don't know about all that.
Changes stuff up.
I will say that this stage was a massive disappointment. Its rendition was very artistically done, but this rotating, my lunch is in my throat every time I play this. It's like... Also, the dragging across the stage as it rotates, come on. Yeah, the berry very much surprised me. When it first happened, I was like, oh my gosh. And I was burying into side being at 80 in training mode, thinking like, whoa, this is crazy. And then it's like, berry is optional, actually. If you're playing against him compared to the more, obviously, flip kick, K-rool, and roller that we've been used to getting buried by. Which I don't really mind. I mean, there will be times where you can get an up smash. I think up smash is the fastest smash attack you can get out.
But only until like against good mashers, you don't get the up smash until like 150.
Yeah, which okay. I mean, that's a confirm, right? Everyone wants to confirm at those percents. But in terms of like closing stocks early, maybe the 80 to 90 range, no. Like how Leo's closing stocks are drowned on up around a platform into up smash, no.
Well, the problem is, like, okay, so Snake has a down throw kill confirm, but he can also kill you at 110 with up tilt. Like, Banjo doesn't have anything like that. He has Wonder Wing, but he has 5 of them. It's incredibly telegraphed.
Very telegraphed.
Banjo
and
is
horrible to miss. Horrible to miss.
So I was actually talking about this on Twitter with James, now Rivers. You have to use, here's a little bit of Banjo counterplay.
Banjo meta, alert.
There you go. If Banjo uses Wonder Wing if Banjo's back is not to the ledge, Wonder Wing is awful. Because if you use it from center, you get stuck on the platform. You don't drop off a platform and you can't jump out of it. So if you're like under battlefield platform and you're facing the ledge, if you use Wonder Wing, you are stuck there forever on the farthest end of the stage for like 3 seconds. So anybody can charge a forward smash.
Hit me.
All you have to do is shield. If you shield it and then just charge a forward smash, Banjo will die at like 110. So what you have to do is you can only use Wonder Wing if you're facing the opposite ledge, which sucks. Now, there are some things you can do about it. You can do a jump into it, but it's still laggy, but you're not getting stuck on a platform, but you still have to like there's a lot of nuance to it. But yeah, Banjo feels totally balanced around the side B, but only at the most casual low level of play, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, it'll definitely be fun in dormitories and in, lunch tables, now that you can take the Switch everywhere. Competitive play, there are some... I mean, even tech chasing with side B is not realistic. There's just so many better things you could do. But, I mean, are we upset about this? I kind of like how Banjo's going to be low-key, honestly. Or mid-key, rather, because... I don't know. He's not gonna shake anything up too crazy. We didn't have the publicity flame disaster that was Hero, and still kind of is. I'm surprised that Salem kind of won, quote unquote, won with Hero. Nobody even really talked about it, but for the most part, Banjo, he seems pretty even like a Smash character, which a lot of people were saying, which harks back on the DLC branding of completely flipping the game upside down.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've talked a lot about Banjo and how, whatever, I've been sort of airing grievances, but honestly, with everything that I've said, I still really like him, and he's incredibly fun. I'm still gonna main him because, I was maining Wolf and not doing anything anyway, so who cares? Like maybe with Wolf, I would have gotten one more win, but what's the difference between 98th and 65th? It doesn't matter. So I'm still gonna play Banjo and put my time into a character I love. I think he definitely feels like he's been in the game since 64. And he feels like he's had minor tuning since then. Apparently, he was supposed to be all the way back in either 64 or Melee.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so
Banjo and Melee. Oh my god.
Imagine that. The only thing
the wave dashing sound. The Samus wave dashing sound is too good. Anyways, go on. I
just feel like Banjo. It makes me sad to play him now because I feel like we've missed out on generations of him. I feel like I wish I could have seen him in Brawl and in Smash 4.
Damn, man.
But
sometimes it'd be like that.
He's very fun, though. He's super fun.
That's the thing, though. I don't want to let that go. Actually playing Banjo, though, if you haven't gotten the chance, if you haven't updated your Switch because you're lazy, or you haven't bought him, he is very fun to play. He's actually very much in that Smash vein of pick up and do things, and the grenade aspect, I'm curious to see how that gets optimized. I think for competitive, it'll hit a certain ceiling just because the bounciness. I did see Ryuga and some other players post a drift back into always getting grenade. But it's
that's pretty reliable.
But then it's just you stink if you're gonna try to play that game. Or Link. There's just they have better setups, better things, in my opinion. But Banjo's fun to play. He's actually faster than you'd think. His airspeed is kind of bad, but in terms of moving, feeling like Banjo, they really did an A1 job.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I do know how they do it. It's the studio that created Smash, but it very much feels like he was plucked out of, before Nuts and Bolts. We don't talk about that. And dropped into Smash, and he feels great. I actually almost wanted to get an emulator just for Banjo Kazooie, but, no time. But he feels great. So if you haven't tried him, if you haven't got him on your console, please do. And in doubles, I mean, I don't know, doubles is kind of whatever, but
no.
Yeah, it's that. So, in any case, we're gonna switch gears now. We're gonna go into the final bit, which we promised you all, and that's the Q&A. So, in this portion of the show, if you're not familiar, if you're in Twitch chat, you get to ask us anything you'd like, and we get to read anything we'd like. So, if you're gonna give us a spicy take, we'll read a spicy take. If you're gonna be not cool, then we will not be cool as well. So, in any case, tag Panda Global in the chat. We're going to go ahead and take some questions before we close out the night. We want to keep the show nice and tight. This weekend, just so people can preview, Glitches in 2 weeks, right? It's Glitches this weekend.
Glitches this weekend.
Okay, so Glitches this weekend. Main stage, the event by my guy Slime and the Beyond the Summit crew is next weekend. So Glitches in S tier, it's this weekend. That should be kind of wild. And then in 2 weekends, it's main stage. So anyways, questions. The questions in the chat, they're pouring in. Oh my gosh. Lumen said... I hate everybody. Kindbot says, upcoming region/rising players to look out for?
We don't know until it
SoCal,
happens.
up and coming region, actually. Player to really make headlines, Larry Lur.
Nico, I guess. I mean, Nico just got some big wins at
I'm sorry, Larry. I love you.
Beat the Buzz twice at this past weekend.
Regions proper. Okay, so here's the thing. Regions are such a hard concept in Smash because you'll ask anybody and they'll clump them, separate them, fragment them to the point of SenCal, which is dude, just say SoCal.
Yeah.
Texas, Texas seems solid. Japan, obviously, probably the best. Obviously, United States is the best region, but Japan's the best. You know what I mean. Southwest, it's happening. Europe's stepping up. I think Leffen's tweets are getting to them. He's tilting them more and more, further away from the light of God. Midwest, pretty solid. Canada, pretty solid. I know GOM will happen. Australia, that's your boys. How are they?
They're doing their own thing.
Top 10 in the world? Top 5?
In terms of regions?
Top 3?
Are there even 10 regions? Like, I'm trying to think.
MDVA, actually, look out for them. They're full of, I mean, you got Tidor, and then you got, like, you got Wadi. So there's a lot happening there.
You have Wadi. That's, yeah, Wadi.
South Korea had an event, actually, Uprising 2019. Shout outs to JJ Rockets for continually posting about things I didn't know in South Korea.
Your boy Malcolm was there.
Malcolm?
Yep, he's his girlfriend.
Top player Malcolm, best warrior in the world, brawl.
He lost to I'm the Joker player.
Ooh, yeah. Man, that would have been a shot at fame, dude. Beating I'm.
Yep.
Yeah. So regions, Tri-State's probably the best in America. New England, MDVA, and Midwest are all close. Florida actually hasn't hosted any PGR events this entire season. What happened, Florida? We got Gatorland coming up this 2 weeks from now. It's a free LAN event, actually, at my alma mater. But that ain't no Paragon Orlando. You remember those? Anyways.
Oh, God. Yeah, I forgot about those.
Objective Perspective. Thank you for rhyming in your name. Panda Global, how cool was the Neo Geo animated character reveal? Actually, pretty out of control.
I loved it. That was fantastic.
Not even appreciated because of Sans, if I'm real. But wow. That, like, I played some of those games, and I wasn't alive, I don't think, for the Neo Geo. Like, I think I was just bored. But if I were all of those things, like, if I were a boomer, then that would have really popped off for me. It was very cool. Geese was actually a reference to him dropping and then appearing in the other game, which he's in now, I think Tekken, if I'm right.
Well, him falling is, he does that at the end of the game.
Yeah, he does that at the end of the game, but then he's also featured in Tekken, like, in a similar vein. Anyways, he's a guest character, Geese Howard, which I didn't know who Geese was until I looked it up for a long time, following Tekken a couple months ago. Anyways, Fire to Pyro asks, Coney, me brawler opinions 9 months in.
I've said that he's the worst character in the game. After some patches, maybe not the worst, but
worst character in the game?
Yes.
78 characters, worst character in the game.
I thought so when the game first came out. Maybe he's bottom 5.
Bottom 5?
Character blows.
Bro. Anyways, dang.
That's not good. He's not good.
Give me a not good. Don't give me a top bottom 5. I don't think anyone's bottom 5. Even the bottom 5 aren't bottom 5.
Everybody says the bottom 5 is the same people. They're like K-Rool, Mac, Kirby. I think Kirby's obnoxious.
I'm glad.
I think Kirby's fine.
I'm glad Little Mac isn't anywhere near relevant.
Little Mac should never be good for the sake of all of our careers. Mac cannot be good.
I saw there was a Little Mac that placed in a Japanese tournament, actually. I forgot what his name was, but I'll look it up while you're making your point.
Yeah. K-Rool is good. Not good.
In Australia.
Fine. K-Rool is fine. I think Brawler is god-awful, so I'm just gonna...
9 months in. Dang.
It's not good.
It was Tara Kotori with a Little Mac placing 13th at Umabura SP4. Shoutouts to him. That was a tournament that Brood got second with Plant. Let's see. Sin Spitter X. Edgy name. Panda Global, thoughts about the future of pop bonuses and prices in the coming years for Melee tournaments since Ultimate seems to be doing well? Coney, you're the chief economist for the Melee scene. What do you think?
I was gonna say, are you talking about, like, Ultimate does well, so Melee gets a little bit of the I don't see how those two things correlate.
Yeah. Sin Spitter. I think that Melee's kind of, I mean, it's hit a comfortable lull. I think tournaments are having the MPGR players come out at a comfortable rate. I think that Summit kind of re-energizes the community quarterly or biannually. I also think that the Legacy events are benefiting from Legacy. So I don't see pop bonuses increasing for Melee. So insofar of Ultimate events kind of double dipping with like, here's Thunder Smash with a Thunder Ultimate Melee crossover. 5,000 for each game, something like that. But pop bonuses and Melee did not make for a timeline right now.
I don't know who's going to offer them to just Melee.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to offer a pop bonus specifically to Melee.
When you could offer it to Ultimate and you're going to get more eyes. You know, it's kind of... Or not more eyes, but like, it's the game. You know, it's the game. It's the
more
game.
Sustainable, for sure. It's a safer bet, for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I'd like to see Melee pop bonuses. I'm not against it. It's just right now it's like Melee's doing great. I mean, there's stuff, okay? Right. No punish. Alexander, not a question, but thanks for putting the show on Spotify. You're welcome. It's also on iTunes, SoundCloud rapping. Hectic Heck. Panda Global, will we see other double matchups banned in the future, like the Pokemon Trainer and Joker ban that actually happened today? Oh, did you see that actually, Coney?
Yeah, I mean, I saw
that's more of like an oversight than it is.
Yeah, when we ban characters, it's not like.
So for people who don't know, for some reason, if you're Trainer and Joker on the same team in doubles, if Joker is just being Joker and then Pokemon Trainer gets hit and then switches, that damage is understood as also being attributed to Joker, and then he gets an Arsene meter of like half right on a switch.
Yeah, so there's a video of like a Squirtle getting hit, and then Squirtle changes to Ivysaur, and Arsene's meter just goes, and it's
Arsene.
It's really big, and that's
it's dumb.
Obviously. So it's just an oversight. It's a glitch. I don't think you should expect other doubles teams to get banned, because
the only other thing was like that Sheik Game and Watch bucket, remember? Right. Like that was kind of, and that wasn't even really like globally banned. It was just kind of like regionally, like, guys, come on, we're trying to play doubles, like, stop. I don't think doubles is popular enough a format, TBH, to even warrant looking into any other potential bans. Even like Double Hero even Double Hero isn't doing anything. Not that Double Hero would, but that's like the other point of possible contention. Nothing's really happening.
I know that people are complaining about the PT Joker thing, but like, come on, man. Like,
I mean, just complaining, Smash community.
Somebody brought up the possibility, and it's inelegant, but it is a thing. You could just have them on different teams. So Joker is yellow.
Oh my god.
I'm just,
Oh my god, Rishi's Jungle Japes out here.
I know it's weird, but I just, it's better than maybe...
If you had to play on a big stage against a Joker and PT, sure. But apart from that, I mean, what are we doing? Edgeai, Edgeai. You have more vowels in your name than the alphabet does. You think Leon could get top 20?
What, on PGR?
Yeah, I sure think he could. Think he could. Bowser's insane, and Bowser is also a heavy, and Bowser has the same jump squad as everybody else in the game. Do I see Bowser overtaking the meta? No, but Leon's pretty good at what he does, and he's getting results and has had results. Defend the North. I mean, he beat a slew of people that I don't even know right now. I don't think he beat... He might have beat to Buzz. I'd have to look up the brackets. If someone wants to tell me there's wins in chat, we can confirm. But Leon got like a lot of wins at that A tier, I want to say, that Samsora won. And apart from that, he seems to be performing well. And he took that Run It Back, right? He took Run It Back over Coney, T, outplays a bunch of people, so that's great for him. I see him at least top 30. Top 20, maybe. I don't want to say anything. I don't know how he did at EVO. I don't know how he did anywhere else. Yamazuki97, do you think Hero is going to keep gaining more flack, or do you think it will actually die down as people learn how to play around the menu? I mean, I don't see him really doing much. Also, I think for any international players, having the whole menu business be out of whack is kind of dissuading anyone from really maining him. I think he might be a pick that Salem uses every once in a while, possibly to win a set, possibly to win a game, but I don't see, like... Leffen's original points have kind of died down as we've kind of moved away from Hero. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Coney?
I think he might use Hero. I mean, he used them a lot this weekend. I think that he has genuine faith in the character. I think the Hero stuff was overblown. And nobody wants to play that. Like, nobody wants to put money on that. I think it's just, you don't want to put your entire tournament life into a character like that unless you really, really dig that vibe.
Like with Hero's design being the way it is, he will be an issue for people that let him be an issue, but he will not disrupt tournaments. We're not seeing it. The crits, the chances, yes, it is very ugly. Yes, we've seen the Twitch clips. Yes, we've seen the whole Gayazo, the whole thing, all right? And getting hit at 30 and dying from center stage is terrible. But again, like, the high variance is what keeps it from ever being something where, like, I can go in and out of bracket easily and swiftly to top 8. Like, it'll just, you're playing roulette in many cases. So yeah, I don't see it.
There's too many variables at play as you go further and further into a tournament. The best characters are ones that are relatively stable and do well against, like, the best character is usually the one with the best matchups, because anybody that you run into, you're going to be prepared for. Hero, just, you're not going to be able to, how many sets do you have to win at, an A tier?
6 to 7.
6, 7, 8.
Not assuming you're not in losers.
Right. Let's say that you're in winners the whole time. You got to win 6, 7, 8 sets against the best players in the world as you go further up. It's a lot of sets, and you factor in losers bracket because you're probably going to lose against one of them, and that just doubles it. So, yeah, I mean, I just don't think he's gonna. He might pop off here and there, but it might be just Salem or maybe somebody else. I know Ryuga was looking at him, but I don't know how seriously he's taking it.
And that's the thing. It's like the more time you dedicate as everybody else is leveling up their wolves, their jokers, their, Lucinas. It's like you're playing a character that might give you an anvil or might give you a feather when you're trying to do something. So I don't see it. Anyways, I like this question by... It's dark blue on black, so it's Hydrajon1364. Panda Global, do you think Nintendo will continue adding highly requested characters in as Mii costumes? If so, who do you have as the next inclusion?
I think so.
That's a cool one.
It's a good way to do it. I could see Steve being a sword fighter now.
Yes, actually, yes. I like. So first we had assist trophies as a way to this is a way to be in Smash, but you're not really in Smash because we don't play with assist trophies. Then in Smash 4, obviously, we had costumes, and the K. Rool one was kind of rude. I mean, it was kind of cheeky, right? The Sans one is the first time. It's almost like it reminds me of League of Legends, whatever they're called, the highest possible skin. I remember when Ezreal...
Prestige things, yeah.
Yeah, when Ezreal had the skin...
No, the ultimate skin. I hear what you're saying.
Like Ezreal and League of Legends, the whole esport, whatever, used to be able to buy skins. And first it was palette swaps, then it was... now you can wear a Christmas hat, now you can wear a pumpkin. Then they did this, you can change, actual particle effects. And so Ezreal had... I forgot what it was called. Do you remember the first Ezreal skin that came out? It was Pulsefire, yeah. You changed with levels. This felt like that. Not only did you get your own track as a Mii Fighter costume, you also covered the whole head, which is always a big deal. And then he didn't get a stage, but yeah, he got music. He got the Megalovania. So other character, I think Master Chief still has a shot. I do not want to see him as Mii Gunner. That would break my heart.
I was gonna say they need
No, you need you need the whole stage, the Wraiths, the Warthogs, the goddamn Arbiter walking towards. No, you cannot make Master Chief Mii Gunner. I will quit.
I feel like I would rather, if I had my druthers, I wish Nintendo would release one premier version of a character. So Mii Gunner is Mii Gunner, but if you want to play Mii Gunner, that's Sans. And if you want to play Mii Sword Fighter, that's Steve.
Who would be Mii Brawler? Bart Simpson?
Maybe, if you want... Well, I was going to say Knuckles, but that's already... Well, if you give him the whole Knuckles treatment, not just Knuckles' hair with the guy's face.
No, Knuckles needs to be his own character, too. So does Tails.
If you have to give it to some... I'm trying to think of a fighter. Maybe a Tekken character? I don't know.
Goku.
Well, yeah, there you go. Just making a third party.
That'd be ugly if Goku would turn into a Mii fighter.
I feel like Steve being a sword fighter would like fit everything perfectly because you get to customize him and you get the blah blah blah.
Diamond helmet.
Yeah, I think that's probably where they're gonna go, and I hope that they do that. But it does sort of create an even weirder distinction between like, okay, this is a costume, this is a regular character, this is an Echo Fighter, this is a skin of a character that has a new name, but he's the same character, like Alf. It just, the game makes no sense. It's making less and less sense.
They really need to just do these holiday skin releases.
Oh my god.
And they won't. They'll be more likely to do a holiday skin release than they will ever do an esports skin release. That would be out of control.
Imagine.
That'd be cool. I mean, I all the mods were made in Smash 4 for like CLG Sheik and Panda Global, Pikachu, etc. But in any case, I don't know. I think, yeah, like Coney said, it's not going to be Master Chief. That would be an insult. That would be not cool.
People hate that.
Wander Raid. Do you think the tournament list needs to be shaken up at all? Oh, God.
Tournament list? What do you mean, like stage list?
Stage lists.
Oh.
We already talked about this. Bring back WarioWare. Make the stages uncomfortably small and uncomfortably big. I mean, I agreed with Coney the other episode. Like, the stages are too similar. Like, from Town and City to Kalos to FD to Smashville, like, yeah, slants or whatever, and they're annoying competitively. Maybe inconsistent, but in terms of size, they're all like, bro, Bowser never dies. Like, of course Leon's gonna get top 20 in the PGR at this rate. Like, Bowser never dies. Like, anyways.
Yeah, I feel like so many of the stages are so similar, and we need a little bit of variance. But to be fair, I want to... A lot of people on Twitter, when I was bringing up WarioWare, they're like, why does the game need to change? And that's a good question, because I think the game's in a fine spot. We have a lot of character variance, the game's feeling okay, but I personally just don't really jive with, like, all these stages feeling so alike, you know?
Yeah, there's not that much. I mean, which maybe that's where we should be headed. But like, the more alike it is, the more the same characters are getting pushed out. If we're real,
yes, exactly.
And so, I mean, you're not like WarioWare. Yes, you can down throw to many things as Wolf and kill at 30, maybe 25, maybe 15, but that's that stage, you know. So
the thing that pisses me off about the WarioWare thing, and it makes me laugh every time, is that anytime I say I think WarioWare should be legal, 4 different people come into my replies with 4 different characters showing me 4 different 0 to deaths. In my mentions, 4 different characters doing 4 different 0 to deaths. I'm like, huh, kind of interesting that so many characters can kill at such low percent. Almost like it's not a specific character thing, and that every character can do this. Almost like, if every character can do this, it's normalized across the cast.
Nope.
Every time. There's 5 different combos with Roy, Pichu, Rob, Wolf. It's like, I get it. These characters can do that. You know who else can do it? Every other character. That's just how I would like more stage variance. I always have wanted that. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm not. I just put something in front of me. I'll commentate it. I don't care.
I like WarioWare. I'll be real. Someone then asked if we would hectic heck one more time. He gets a twofer. Do you guys ever wish that walk-off stages were legal? No, absolutely not. That is where now things are getting too much, because walk-off stages are toxic for the sincere fact that many characters do have those combos, but like there's no counter play. It's like, all right, you're gone. You're against Ness. All right, goodbye. You're against Sheik.
Well,
I mean, Sheik was shit up a tier just on that stage.
Not just that, but then there's also like, okay, let's say I'm at 110 on my first stock. You just came back at 0. I'm gonna sit next to the walk off. I'm sitting next to the blast zone. What are you gonna do? If I die, I die. I'm at 110. I'm gonna die soon anyway. But maybe I can get that stock off of you immediately. I don't know. Why not? There's no risk. That's the problem with walk-offs, is that you can comfortably just camp the side. And there's no risk at all. Yeah,
we've all done it at a party game. I mean, I'll stay in the bubble and get that percent, then someone tries to approach, and then I know how far I am, and it's just a back throw. That's not hype. But yeah, in any case, no walk-offs. Please no. Final question, as many might pour in, but we're reaching now the exact mark we wanted to hit. So,
Stands for Calcadors, because that's my boy.
All right, read it and say it.
All right, I gotta find it again. Calcador said, any characters considered to be good right now that you think are gonna fall off, so...
Jesus.
Sorry, it's my kit for... I've been doing a lot of controller modding and like other like opening stuff up, and my cat just knocked over my tool set.
You gonna notch for that banjo, bro?
Okay. No, I actually have been playing Banjo so much, seriously. Been playing Banjo so much that, you know this, I'm showing you my controller. You know this little thing, the rubber thing?
It gone.
broke off. So I was playing with a thumb cutter.
Ew.
So I had to
Ew.
change it. So
Get help.
yeah, it was bad.
Which characters are gonna fall off, he said?
Yeah, so what characters are gonna fall off? I don't know if Wolf is gonna fall off, but it's interesting to me that everybody's like, I don't know, everybody that once played Wolf is like, I'm not really feeling him.
Well, I don't think Wolf is solved,
famously,
but he's gonna do what he's gonna do. Like, Wolf's gonna Wolf, and
right.
I feel like the linearity just kind of doesn't do it for some people, especially with so much like Joker, ZSS, Peach, even Wario and PT.
Character list just to see who.
I'm honestly looking at the top 8 graphics on the PG Stats account, which, by the way, if you're not following the PG Stats account on Twitter, I don't even know why you're here. Pac-Man, I don't see him falling off more so than him just being a specialized character. Olimar has kind of fallen off already.
He has, yeah.
Fox isn't really, again, high. Like, the characters that everyone are using, will Wario fall off? I mean, I feel like he's strong. Many people are using him. Japan is increasingly using more and more of Wario. But
Wario's weird because he's always...
kind of always dangerous, honestly.
He's sort of, by definition, the most mercurial character. Like, he is either, like, white hot, or he's not doing anything. So you can't ever say, okay, he's gonna fall off, because he falls off for, like, 3 minutes. And then he's super hot for 5 minutes, and then he's terrible for 8. Like, you can't... If Wario has no results for the next 6 months, and then pops off for the next year after, I would not be surprised. Like,
True.
You can't really say anything about Wario. Inkling's just gonna keep falling, bro. Inkling's not nice.
Ooh.
I don't care what anybody says. I will die on this hill.
I don't even know another Inkling player aside from Cosmos.
Inkling is top of high tier, not top tier. Everybody says they're high tier. Top of high, and there's a lot of people in top.
Peach is definitely not going anywhere. Trainer, nope. I don't think Trainer's going anywhere, but Trainer's definitely not stopping whatever it's doing. Lucina will likely get... Actually, Lucina, I will go on record saying I think Lucina's will drop a bit as parrying gets better, but I think, like someone told me in a Discord chat, then spacing will also get better. So I kind of feel like parrying won't just like invalidate sword characters, but I do feel like it's going to put a little bit of a damper on them, especially Cloud. So. You don't think?
I think it would have already happened. I think everybody thought that parrying was going to be a bigger deal because, like, remember everybody is like, oh, as soon as I learn to parry Rob's Nair, as soon as I learn to parry
Simeon Ultimate.
Yeah, like it doesn't. Remember when everybody was like, oh, just parry Ike Nair, and then it did nothing? Like, you parry the Nair and then he would hit you anyway. It's like, I don't think it's as sort of binary as that.
Okay, fair.
Maybe Snake will drop. I don't know.
Ooh,
the reason
take.
Is, yeah, I know that's not really a big thing, but I feel like Snake is so early on in Brawl, early on. Another more boomer talk because I have to do this every episode. Early on in Brawl, Meta Knight and Snake were like, you didn't know which one was better. You were pretty sure Meta Knight was better, but then Snake would kill you with up tilt at 80, and you're like, wait, maybe I'm wrong. And then as the game went on, people found out how to invalidate his landings, how to punish his disadvantage, make him worse. And I think a new generation of players have to learn that, because I've seen a lot of Smash 4 people that grew up with Smash 4 being their first competitive Smash get demolished by Snake, and they're figuring it out and they're getting better. Snake has more stuff in this game, like he has the directional air dodge, he can land easier, but I do think as these players are more and more exposed to him, he might continue to sort of fall out of favor. I mean, like, Snakes already aren't setting the world on fire anymore like they used to. So I just that's probably that would be my answer. But even still, I mean, he's very strong.
There. True. I feel the same. I mean, Nikita's Nikita. I think the only thing, though, to the prior point on improving pairing is a patch that targets pairing, which would be juicy.
Oh, yeah,
but
sure.
I don't see that happening for a bit. Someone asked earlier about how this patch was very light, how character specialists might be safe, but I don't think this patch is supposed to really be a patch. I think it was supposed to be Banjo's release and a tweak or two. I think they fixed one part with the buffering, which was nice, and then Joker and Hero having this issue where when they fall face down, it took them longer to recover. But the next one, I think, maybe we might see something. Maybe they might do something to Joker. Maybe they might do something to Peach. We'll see.
What's kind of interesting is in hindsight, so you remember in Smash 4 that they would, like, put characters into the game. Like, Mewtwo was not a character, and then they were like, okay, now Mewtwo exists. And not just like his DLC. He came out, he was awful, and then they're like, okay, now he's good. And then Abadongo 1 pound. It's kind of interesting that it feels like the patch. It feels like the patches are very even-handed. But if you look at like the course of history, Olimar might be out of the game. Pichu might be out of the game. Like, we're not putting characters in, we're taking characters away. Because I can't think of any character that's been activated by patches.
Oops.
So I'm wondering, because I'm looking at the patch notes and consistently I'm like, oh yeah, that looks good. I love that they're being very conservative and they're not doing anything crazy. But if you look at the trend of results, they're silently taking people away.
Gestapo.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's secret police stuff.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It's a
conspiracy, Coney, conspiracy.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Like, I don't know how it's going to keep going. Maybe it'll continue, but I don't see... Like, here's a little bonus answer, because somebody in the chat said that, can you see Banjo going up with future patches? No, because I don't think they do that. They haven't done that yet, is put a character into the game.
Yeah, someone did say that nerfs have been more influential than buffs. That is largely true. No one's really bumped up a tier. It's all been, like, getting your wings clipped a little bit. So,
yeah.
Take that how you will. But in any case, we are now at the top of the hour. We hit a pretty good Q&A stride, so thank you for those who participated. If we didn't answer you, it was either 1, the chat refreshed before we saw it, 2, we didn't like your question, or 3, I didn't like your question. So in any case, be vigilant, be proactive. Maybe in the next Q&A, if you form it up, fix your grammar up, fix your tone, then we can read it. But in any case, thank you for joining. Coney, any words you want to say? Are you streaming tonight? What's going on?
No, but I might be streaming tomorrow, or I might go to Xanadu. I don't know. I'm
get that Banjo and Bracket?
Here's the thing. I want to go Banjo and Bracket really bad, but I went to Xanadu, I think, 2 weeks ago. I do not like locals anymore. I just don't like going to them. I like
randoms popping off on PG Suar.
Well, it's not even that. It's not about losing. It's about, like... I don't know, dude.
It's
a
about
different
losing.
world. No, it's not, though, because, like, I go there, I don't know a lot of the people, and they're, like, a younger generation. We don't vibe.
No, you are a boomer. You're actually a boomer.
I'm 31. What am I going to talk to these dudes about? You know,
Sans.
I show up, I wait 2 hours to play 3 matches, because these locals have, like, 120 people. Like, I show up, I wait so long to play, I get a headache, because there's all this noise and all this other stuff.
Oh my god, you're actually a boomer.
I do. Well, I'm coming from work, too. Because I'm working an 8-hour day. I'm going to a tournament where I don't really talk to anybody. I just hang out in the back. I play 3 sets in 2 hours. Like, it's not... I'll keep going to majors. I don't know. I might show up because I really do like Banjo, but I don't know. We'll see.
Know how much of the clout points you would get if you won Xanadu tomorrow with Banjo? Do you have any idea how much that would be viewed?
I'm doing fine, thanks. I've won a Xanadu, just so you know. I actually
here we go.
Number 52, 40, I don't remember, 57? I don't remember.
My god.
But I've won a tournament, so I'm good on
Nobody was there, by
Thank
the way,
you.
in case anyone was wondering.
That's not true. That's not true. MDVA superstars like Dexter and Siegel, Joe were there. They just didn't make it.
Did you beat them?
I beat the guy that beat them. They lost to Burnt Sox, and I slapped up Burnt Sox. Thank you very much.
In any case, Coney will probably be at Xanadu tomorrow pulling out the Banjo and Bracket. Make sure you tune into twitch.tv/PGBootcamp we're gonna close out. Coney, final words.
I'll be playing Blasphemous tomorrow if I don't go to Xanadu. I won't go. So catch me on stream, twitch.tv/Coney. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
All right, thank you, Coney. And that is the end of our show. Thank you so much. Smash Center 36, the Q&A was fire. The B and C tiers were reviewed, were fire. The 2GG Run It Back, the DreamHack Montreal, the Port 5, and also the Banjo Verdict. Coney says he's not good. He says he's mid-tier. Listen, if you're out there and you haven't played him yet, just give it a whirl. Maybe it's a character that connects with you. At one point, Mario was not top 10, and we had the likes of, Anti-Dark Wizzy do amazing things with him. It's who you want to play. It's Smash. It's a fighting game, all right? If you're going to live and die by the tier list, then you're going to be switching every other patch because, as we've seen now, birds are getting their wings clipped. So, in any case, Smash Center 36, it's Suar, it's PG Stats, Panda Global. Thank you for joining in. SoundCloud, iTunes, let us know how it sounds. Hopefully we can record in a way that isn't so voice over IP. But listen, we're trying here. We're working men. We're trying to make it through every week. We haven't missed a week, actually. We're on 36 now. 52 weeks in a year. I can't believe we've been doing this. But in any case, thank you. Tell someone you love them. See you next Monday, hopefully, barring any schedule changes. And we'll see you next time. So have a good one. Stay tuned, actually, like we were saying, to Glitch 7 this weekend in S tier. And then the week after that, main stage. Take a look at the PG Stats account, at the PG Stats. You can find me at PG_Swar. And how to wrap it up. So see you next time. Bye.